we are considering what country is producing more number of products, right? What country is producing high number of products by using, I used the word, by using the same level of resources. That is what the important part is. By using the same level of resources, which country is producing more products? So the country that is producing more products has the absolute advantage. The other way around, you can look at the input approach as how the input approach can be applicable to produce the same level of input. Which country is utilizing less input? Right? එකම නිෂ්පාදන ප්‍රමාණයක් නිෂ්පාදනය කරන්න මොන country එකද මොන රටද අඩුවෙන්ම resources use කරනවා. So that country also has that country also having absolute advantage is not enough to engage more than that. You have comparative advantage as well. Then only you can have the benefit by engaging in it. Then only you can have the benefit. How can we achieve whether there is a benefit or not? You have to consider about what. If you can remember out the previous example, you might remember. So, we take two situations. What are the two situations? Main two situations. One is trade situation, other one is non-trade. Trade and non-trade. In that example, I gave you different level of production in non-trade situation. Giving A, B, C, D, like situation 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are different production done by countries regarding to the considering two products in non-trade situation. Trade නොකර හදන්න පුළුවන් අවස්ථා හතරක් දීලා තිබ්බ resource use කරලා. Or else we can go for a trade. So then in comparison, whether trade is good or non-trade is good, we have considered about what? If you can remember, I had on the left side, in right side. What is that? What production? That is about world production. Whether the world production is increased or not. Right? Considering non-trade and trade, whether the world production is increased or not, that you have to consider. Then when only the world production has increased, there will be this benefits in international. So then you have to take both absolute and comparative advantage. Then make on based on that this terms of trade, right? Terms of trade should be implemented, right? Terms of trade, favorable terms of trade before. What does that mean? Favorable in terms of trade. One country is producing one product and then exporting to other country, and the other country is exporting another product and exporting to the other country. As in our example, it is what are two countries? USA and India. Yes, USA has producing what? In example, USA is producing goods A. Then other one is could be right. Right. Okay. What is the term there? What is the favorable terms of trade is A producing, India producing products A and export them to USA. USA should produce B and export them to India. That is what, right? So there you have yes. There we have discussed this comparative and absolute advantage that is there. That is all positive side of international trade, I would say. Right? Positive side of international trade. So let's look at what is the negative side of this international trade. As you think, can you share some idea about what are the negative side of international trade? Yes, we know this international trade engaging in international trade transaction is good, right? Good. Why? We can attract, we can get more foreign currencies, right? More. We can attract these dollars to the country by being engaging in export, right? without argument, we have to agree with international trade is better. But there is another coin, negative side. If we take anything, there are two sides. So it explains about uh, principles, 10 principles under 10 principles of economics invented by the Manichaeans, right? That also explaining every decision, everything, every economic decision is having a trade law, right? By selecting one, you have to compromise another. So that is the starting point of this economic profit and this opportunity cost, right? That's where we identify opportunity. Likewise, in this international trade analysis, there is a positive side as well as negative side. Right. So regarding to the negative side, can you share me any idea? Share with me any idea about negative side of international trade? Who will be challenged? Who will be challenged from this, as you think? Yes. As I told you, engaging in this international trade transactions are not that much easy. By being a just seller, by being a just company, by being a small business, you cannot do international trade. You cannot export or import products. So these products are well established, right? These products and the companies are well established companies. So that we hold these companies are in a strong position. In what sense? They are having different what we call the advantages of producing. For example, they are having economies of scale of producing this product. So comparatively with the domestic producers, these domestic producers, comparatively, they are having economies of scale. Due to that reason, they are having high efficiencies and low costs compared to the domestic. So they are making a threat on the domestic industry, right? In the domestic industry. For example, that we call the multinational, right? Multinational companies are highly challenging on the infant industry. Therefore, there is a role for the government, right? Therefore, there is a role for the government to safeguard these domestic producers, right? That we call infant industries. That we call infant industries. Infant is what? Infant can harvest. Infants are getting harder. Infants, no idea. Infants can harder. No. In ඒක ගැන හිතා කම්පැනි ගැන හිතන්නේ බා ඉන්ෆන්ට්ස් කියන්නේ කන්ද? INFANTs. Infant can babies, baba. Right? Infants means babies. So infant industries means the industries which still in the introduction stage. Right? For example, canteen. I don't know whether you studied this. There is a life cycle for the business. There is a life cycle for the business. Right? What is that life cycle? What is that life cycle for a business? There are 4 stages. One is introduction, then growth, maturity, and decline. Right? So these industries are in this point. Right? They are comparatively compared to the MNCs. These companies are different companies. So their governments are taking different actions to safeguard these infant industries that we call protectionism. Right? That we call protectionism. Right? The product life cycle it is I mentioned here. Can you read this slide, please? You have an understanding about this product life cycle. This is kind of a related theory for international trade because any product that is produced is going through these 4 time periods in their production life. right? Their life of the product. So the product life cycle theory of Raymond Vernon, is an economic theory which was developed in 1966 in order to explain the pattern of international trade and foreign direct investment. The word's life cycle given the in life, so do products. So the theory is on high-tech products within research, development, and innovation at the early stages of product life cycle. What is that early stage? That is called introductory stage. Everything used to produce is located in the home country. It's true, right? Business studying domestic country which can be classified them as developed countries. When product enters the world market, it can be beneficial for developing countries, right? So they started because they are having enough resources to produce different products. As a result of that, other countries in the world are benefiting. For example, think of Sri Lanka, think of developing country. Sri Lanka as a developing country. Right? In the absence of USA, sorry, in the absence of China, right? China can think how many products that we will lose in from our basket of consumption, right? So many of the products, not only Sri Lanka, many of the countries are losing some products that they cannot produce and sell, right? If the country China is not there. So Vernon stated that at the beginning, getting information about market is more available in home country. So firms established at home country, as time goes, firm may retain its advantage in foreign market. So then as the country exports the goods to the rest of the world and products is adopted and become more standardized, developing countries where production costs are lower also benefit. In product life cycle theory, Vernon defined three categories of product based on their stage in the theory and their behavior in world market: new product, maturing product, and standardized product. Right? New products, maturing products, and standardized product. So there you can see among these new product, maturing products, and standardized products, what products do you think can highly demanded in the international market? International trade, whether it is new product or maturing products or standardized. Mainly the final standardized, right? Standardized products will be highly demanded in the international market. So they are at the production firm, they should try, if they are engaging in international trade transactions, they should think of standardizing products because this product standardization has become a barrier for the exporters, right? For the export, they are expecting a particular standard of the product if they want to export them to another country, right? So that is they are giving guidelines. This product should be in this manner. So this packaging should be this way. The certification should be there, like ISO 19001. Likewise, different certifications, production certification should be there. So they are taking that. That means they are standardizing the product. So standard products have a good demand in the international trade market. So in product life cycle theory, define three categories of product based on their stage theory. So then standardized product, their meaning can be understood within their names. There are four stages that one determine history. Here you can see introduction, growth, maturity, and declining. Those are the two stages: introduction, growth, maturity, and declining stages. Right. So having a small understanding about this product life cycle hypothesis, there are some other theories there in the slide. More than that, I think this product life cycle hypothesis is more relevant and more understandable. than the other theories. Therefore, you remember this is also an economic theory, right? Economic theory, which is product life cycle theory introduced by Werner, right? So, is this a microeconomic or macroeconomic theory as you think? Is it a microeconomic theory? It's a macroeconomic. Did you finish your exam for you have both clear in this semester? You have to stick for the economic as well as this board. I can ask these questions. Right? Whether it is microeconomic or macroeconomic. What are the different approaches that we can divide this economy? There are two approaches that we can divide. This is basic about economy. Yes. What are the approaches that we can divide this? The discipline of economics into. Yes. Oh, let me tell you, economics approach දෙකම පාඩම් කරගෙන. One is theory based. Theory based. The other one is theory based approach and policy based approach. Right? And the theory based approach, it says the theory was designed whether to address individual level problem or a macro level. If the theory is developed to address individual level problem, if the individual is present, that can be a problem related to problem of scarcity related to product, or maybe an individual, or maybe a family, or maybe a one particular business. Product, business, person can be there, right? So then that we call microeconomics. For example, you might learn this theory, this law of demand and law of supply. So that address about what? How the price of a product, one product, at the time we are considering one product. How the price of one product will be decided in the market. Or how the consumer will be satisfied by consuming a product. Explained by this concept of utility, ordinal and cardinal. Right? So likewise, different theories are there to address individual level problem. In this business economics, you might learn basic. Give me a few minutes, the AC is not working. Kita kalau ini apa nih hasil ini kan kita Malik Dewan itu kita right. we are discussing about these approaches. One is the area-based approach. Then you might learn in this business economy course in this theory of production, how the optimizing, how the optimal level of production will be decided in a firm. It's a business. Theory of production explain about one business. So the utility discussing about one particular person, how he is getting service. So this law of demand and law of supply discuss about how the price of one particular. Here also we are considering about one particular product, right? One particular product. Even though the international trade and this lesson is more into macroeconomics, so inside that we can see this macroeconomic theory, which is considering about the product life cycle, the invented by worker. So this is important theory that you can be questioned, right? So then now I'm going to look at the negative side of this. You guys have given you different stages. You can read this and have an understanding about it. Before that, write down this product life cycle hypothesis. Product life cycle hypothesis. I'm going to give you small activity. Write down a small description. This theory is explaining about different stages of a product that is existing. That is existing. Lifespan. Of these products. Sense these are having warning. Right? Life sense of product. The four stages are introduction, but then growth, that one, maturity and decline stage. Why this is relevant to interpret this? Why this is relevant to interpret this? Why this is relevant to international trade? The that countries are specialized in production. These different products that countries are specialized. Going through these stages, going through these stages, and based on life cycle, that may be a new product, that may be a new product, maturing product, that may be a new product, maturing product, or a standardized products. Standardized. So these standardized products are mostly produced in developed countries. Are mostly developed in developed countries. Developed with the lifespan, with the lifespan, with the lifespan. Developing countries also will be benefit. Developing countries also will be benefit. Will be benefited. Therefore, when a parent therefore, when engaging in international trade transactions, therefore, when engaging in international trade transactions, identify in which stage, in which stage in the product life cycle in which stage in the product life cycle the considering product is located. The considering product is located. The considered product is located is an important concern. Is an important concern for private economy. Write down this activity. This activity. Identify three key products. Identify key products. Identify key products traded in the international market. Key product traded in the international market. And map them. And map them. Map them. With the 4 stages of product life cycle. With the 4 stages of product life cycle. Identify different strategies. Identify different strategies. Identify different strategies. They are practicing. They are practicing. To win the world market. To win the world market. Win the world market. Refer to the theory of Raymond Vernon. Refer to the theory of Raymond Vernon. Here, the theory of Raymond. What is? But then, if you directly ask, what is the theory of Raymond Vernon? Theory of Raymond Vernon. Product life cycle. He is the inventor. So either we can use product life cycle theory or theory of Raymond. Loading to just have an understanding. Okay, write down. I think you clear with the question. You have to take different products which is traded in the international market. That may be in the present world. Probably that may be in the early days. Right? In the early days. Or else, however, this product should be a well demanded product in the international trade, international market. So then you have to base whether those are introductory stage, whether these are in growing stage, whether they are in maturity stage, and whether they are in decline. Already there are some products that was disappeared, right? That was disappeared. Example table. Nokia what? Nokia mobiles, okay. But the company is there. Nokia mobile phones, they have stopped because now owned by Microsoft, right? So Microsoft has chosen the location. Yeah. That's what happened. Right? So they are using the Microsoft, right? Several mergers and acquisitions are going on. Acquisition, is acquisition. Any other example? Do you know a brand called Kodak? Kodak? Do you know a brand called Kodak? Yes, I know. Kodak. Yes. What are Kodak thinking? Cameras. Right? Camera. What has happened with it? What technology? What is the result? There are nice case studies about this Kodak. Right? If you can go through different case studies have conducted about this Kodak. What is the technology that threatens the challenge? The digital technology. Digital cameras came into the practice. Make Kodak camera film roll I can in my childhood that was there. I don't know whether you were time. ඉස්සර තියෙන්නේ මොකක් හරි දැන් අපි මෙඩි දැක්කමක් අස්සෙපොත් ඉවරලා දෙන්නේ මේ ෆිල්ම් රෝල් එක. මේ රෝල් එකක් දෙන්න. රෝල් එක කොට අර ගිහින් දීලා සුද්ධ කරලා කියන ෆොටෝෂොප් වල කරන්නේ ඒක. ඒක සුද්ධ කරලා තමයි ෆොටෝ කරන්නේ. Right? But the technology that is replace that technology. That is the digital thing. So if you like it, right? That is digital technology. So what has happened? That technology has, do you know that technology has invented by one particular mechanical engineering product? Right? Mechanical engineering product has invented this technology and presented it to their many. Right? There are many. They have kicked him out, rejecting his idea. So then he has joined to another company. I can't remember the other company. Now still that company is the leader in this industry, producing cameras. A leader in producing cameras. So the camera out with RFC Canon. Nico. Company is Nico. Right? So this person was he has given this idea to protect right? If you are going to take a photo, you cannot take a photo without this protect content. They have the technology. One person invented the new technology, which is digital camera, and then that was rejected from the management. So then they directly presented it to Nikon has separately practiced it. Kodak has vanished. So that was happened. So then in Kodaks, in which declining that already declined. Already declined. The product disappear. What type my question is what type of product will stay and develop some example from the first market. You can see about the profit here. In the growth stage here, the increasement is very low. In the growth stage, is booming. Then the maturity stage is stabilizing. Then after that, is decline. Yes, what are the examples? Introductory stage can purchasing. Huh? Uttara. Introductory stage. Yes. No idea. Yes, tell me about introduction. Is available in the international market. What is the special thing that tires? I don't know.
Exported them to USA. So, they don't business in Sri Lanka. Now they are introducing their tires to Sri Lanka.
First, yeah, you should consider about the product, right? Not the company. There may be company who is still starting, then introduction stage, so then maturing, growth stage. Not like that. Consider one common product. Is tires, right? And you have to consider the product. Most of what now is in this introductory stage, I will deal with this new technologies. Recently, the AI-driven products. AI-driven products. Because artificial intelligence is becoming the trending technology, right? Now, so this AI-generated robots, right? Maybe this memory chip, right? AI will have, right? Memory chip, memory chip. Hello, we should click කරන්න මෙතනින් memory chip, right? So this memory chip, likewise. So then growth stage. Now growth stage. Growth stage. What I got? Do you know a company called BY? Do you know a company called BYD? Huh? That is a automobile manufacturer. Right. Car manufacturer. What is the specialty of BYD? BYD. B. They are writing Y like this. Y. D. BY. What is BY? BYD company is the automobile vehicle manufacturer. They are producing what products? Electric driven vehicles. Electric driven vehicles, not only cars, but also trucks, buses, and everything. Right? So, owned by which country? China. Owned by China. So here I am not referring to this BYD company, whether it is low stage. I am not referring to that. I am referring to what? Electric driven vehicles. The product. Electric driven vehicles. So electric driven vehicles is becoming a product that we can place in the growth stage. Why? Have you seen that a showroom has opened in Sri Lanka? Yeah. Where the BYD companies opened a showroom in Sri Lanka? Huh? Yes, sir. Colombo University. Not in Colombo. Yes, showroom. BYD showroom. BYD के class दिए. BYD logo के दिए. BYD electric driven vehicles economy. Where that? Nearby the Vauxhall Street. They are කියන්නේ මොකද? එක දෙවිස බස්සේ ගිහිල්ලා ටවුන් හෝල් පාව කරලා දාන්නේ දකුණු පැත්තට 138 බස්සේ ගිහිල්ලා 138ද 138 බස්සේ යනවා ගෙන්නේ ටොරින්ටන් ඒකට පොස් ටොරින්ටන් ටොරින්ටන් එකට පොස් ඔව් ටොරින්ටන් එකට පුළුවන් එතන හරියටම තුමන් බලලා ඉන්නේ ගාව දකුණු පැත්ත බලන්න ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකක් තියෙනවා මේ පැත්තේ आप ही कोई टाउन हॉल लेके आप ही कोई right you can see the BYD company. Think of opening a showroom in a country like Sri Lanka. To what extent they have expanded? Do you think this BYD company is starting their first showroom by putting it in Sri Lanka? So that means they have already covered entire universe. Entire world, right? So now they are focusing on the countries like very tiny countries like Sri Lanka. So that much this electric driven SUV vehicles becoming important, and that is the main threat for the company driven by Elon Musk, which is another company that produce electric driven vehicles in the world. These are economics, right? What is that company? That is Tesla. Right? Tesla. The main competitor for BYD is Tesla. Have you seen any Tesla branch open in Sri Lanka? No. Right? But BYD does. That means, as I read in the article, right? As I read in the article, 70% of this vehicle supply. Vehicle providing supplies for South African countries is done by currently BYD. They are all transport vehicles, public transport vehicles, buses, and everything is BYD brand, right? Electric driven, right? So that we can identify these electric driven SUVs as a growing product in the international trade market. Then, but still, think Sri Lanka is here. I don't know how the name of that car. Yeah, huh? Vega, right? How they have Last company I think. For the last company, it is a no blah. Negative. Right? It's a negative. Right? Is it an electric vehicle? No. Think. The world is producing what? Electric driven vehicle. Sri Lanka is still producing. Do you think this will be attracted by the world market? No, no point. That's why it goes big time. Right? Lanka make a Wahana Punata. This is not a good vehicle. Right? They are now thinking of electric driven vehicles with special facilities. Right? So if you are interested, you can see about this BYD vehicle features. Right? What type of features are there? They can rotate it 360. Right? If it is a vehicle like this, they can rotate the vehicle without moving somewhere like this. Right? Without rotating here and there. So this, if it is parking, if you go to back, they can reverse it like this in the same thing. 360, they can change. They can and turn it. Right? So that much the technology is developed. So that is an example. Electric driven vehicles in growth stage. Maturity stage. Now the maturity stage. Apple company, okay. Not the company. Again, you are referring to company. Not the company, product. iPhones in the maturity stage. Okay. So there you told about a product. iPhone is not in the maturity stage. No, not sorry. You refer to a product. But there is a mobile phone that is which is still in the introduction stage. What is that? The mobile phone is now it's in the introduction stage in the world. Same. Same. Nothing. Nothing. Same. Nothing. Satellite link up there. Because you know, but phone you can take calls in the space. Space setting number, but hold. No need of a battery. No need of a battery. It's fully charged every almost. No need to charge. These type of products are in the introduction stage, growth stage, then maturity stage, mainly this fuel-driven vehicles. Right? Fuel-driven vehicles are in the maturity stage. But they are following different strategies, including different features, including different facilities to these product specifications. They are trying to remain in the market. So decline state finally. Declining stage. Decline vegetarian products. What are those products? Now these human-driven post machines, machines can be there. Instead of banks along the teller systems, all the things are decline. Why? That will be soon replaced by AI. The post machines are manually entered in future. They are going to be they have to remain in the market. They have to think of integrating this AI technology to this product. Right? So likewise, different stages are then you realize that the in which stage this business, in which stage, whether it is declining stage, if it is maturity stage, is it growth stage, or is it introductory stage, is a good concern, is a highly considered concern whether to be successful in their investor rate or not. Right? So based on where this product is located, the success of your international trade transaction depends. That's what my that's what I want to explain you from that. Right? So that is about Raymond and Vernon theory for the product life cycle hypothesis. For the product life cycle theory. Right, put a topic. Now with that we are moving towards the negative side of international trade. We are criticizing the international trade. Criticizing international trade. Criticizing international trade. Same as the benefit. Same as the benefit. Same as the benefit. This international trade creates some challenges. Create some challenges. For economics. Most of these challenges by MNCs. Most of these challenges by MNCs. MNC. What is MNC? Most of these challenges by MNC. MNC can මොනවද ළමයි? Multinational company. Multinational company. Since these companies are having economies of scale, since these companies are having economies of scale, they have cost advantage. They have cost advantage. They have cost advantages that domestic producers from infant industries are challenged. New lines. These different new lines. So these different actions taken by government. Different actions taken by government. To safeguard domestic producers to safeguard domestic producers are known as protectionism. Are known as protections. So examples, tariffs. Number one, tariffs. I am not going to give notes for all of these because that is descriptively explained in your slide. Tariffs. Tariffs can be receivable. Receivable. Then what else? Tell me another example. Other example. Tariffs. Come on. Tariffs. Duty charges, customs. Other. Transaction. Input bans. Huh? Import bans. Yes, import bans, import restrictions. Ban never tariff. Import ban, import restrictions. Ramonova. I mean, totally ban කරන්න පුළුවන් එහෙම නැත්නම් we can allocate a particular percentage. And now in Sri Lanka it is there for vehicles. For vehicles, is it a ban or fully open? Vehicle import කරන්නේ ban or fully open. ඕන තරම් ගෙන්නන්න පුළුවන්. තියෙනවනේ මොකද්ද? I can't remember exact number, 1 billion or 1 billion or somewhere. Dollar 1 billion. Million, 1 billion. 1 billion. 1 billion විතරයි vehicle ගෙන්නන්න. 1 billion exceed වුණා ගම. No, you have to exceed එක ගන්න. We call import quotas. Import quota. Import quota එකක් දෙනවා. Import quota. That you can only import up to 1 billion. Example in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka can export, Sri Lanka can import vehicle up to $1 billion. Right? Beyond 1 billion, you can't export. This we call import quota. Right? So likewise, different activities they are practicing. Tariffs, quotas. Then the other one is standardizing. Product standardizing. Right? Product standardizing. Putting some standards for the product. Product standardization. So by doing this, we are trying to do, we call this economic isolation. Right? Economic isolation. Right? Economic isolation. Right? Yeah. By taking this kind of actions, these kind of actions, it is trying to isolate economics. Isolate economics. Isolate economics from the world. This is highly practiced currently where? This economic isolationism. That is very hard to pronounce. Okay. Read this word. Read this word, please. The concept of free days is opposite of trade protectionism or economic. Huh? No, not isolation. Read this word. Isolation. What is the word? economic isolationism. Isolation, right? But then they were trying a lot. And then I end up with isolation, right? Isolationism. Economic isolation is that we call it. Yes, what is now current in the world? What is which country's practice is now current? What are you trying to other economies? They are trying to isolate. No, North Korea it is anyway somehow anyway isolated. North Korea, Korea it's North Korea. We can discuss. Have you watched that video that one particular girl escaped from North Korea? Where was it? Ini karena live North Korea dengan speech. So in that what is the first fight? Kan dekala dia boleh membunuh lah. Karena lain nama ni, imagine you lived in North Korea, then escaped and came to the normal world. Islam tapi dia tidak nama. Yang basic dengan dia main dia. Because to that, what is internet? No, not internet. එයාගේ බලන්න ස්ක්‍රීන් එකේ මොකද්ද කියන්නේ? එයාගේ පළවෙනිම පුදුමය මොකද්ද? ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ එයා escape වෙලා එයා different challenges he has came across. Several times he has faced likewise different challenges because කොහෙද ජෙසීනවා කියන්නේ කොහෙද? චයිනාවල Mongolian people accepting people initially China මහාදේශ right, ये बात तो हमारे open, right? It's several times he has raped, he was sold, and yeah, we put like a thing. But what was the first experience? She has found a garbage bin, and they put garbage. That is the first business. Garbage bag. Because in that country, nothing can be. And even they are here, they have to use them as materials to fire their whatever the things. Which I don't know, they have to use. And they cannot dispose anything. Disposal clear. Right? That is about road. Like going about that is not my example. Expected example. USA currently they are trying to isolate different people. But they cannot. So you look at the recent actions taken by this recently appointed president. Who is the president? From USA, Donald Trump. So he is taking different restrictions. Like putting different, I can remember on Polish products, likewise, they are changing their foreign policies. Right, trying to isolate the economics. Right, so likewise, that is. So then there is another way that we call free trade. What is free trade? Without these barriers, right? Even though there are different barriers to protect the domestic producers, but we can allow some particular countries to engage without those restrictions. Right? We are putting some import restrictions for some countries. China. China will product. Maybe from another country, the same product that we import, let's say Pakistan. For Pakistan, the product that is coming from Pakistan, we are not putting that taxes. Right? So likewise, so in that Pakistan and Sri Lanka, there is free trade agreement. Right? So what we call this free trade is without these restrictions, without these protectionism actions, without being in line with these protectionism actions, some countries are allowed to engage in free trade without any barriers. Kisima barrier එකක් නැතුව kisima tax නැත්නම් tariffs they don't need to pay. Right? That we call free trade. Right? There are different free trade agreements. Do you know the free trade agreements practiced by Sri Lanka? එතකොට මේ free trade agreement එකේ ඉන්න countries අතර export import එනකොට මේ protectionisms apply වෙන්නේ. Right? Tariffs apply වෙන්නේ, quotas apply වෙන්නේ, standardization apply වෙන්නේ. Then among these countries they can do a free trade. මොනවද තියෙන free trade agreements? Example, GST plus protection, SAFTA, NAFTA, South Asian Free Trade Agreement, South Asian Free Trade Agreement, SAFTA, NAFTA. SARC also we can GST plus. Right? These type of free trade. Then Indo-Lanka free trade agreement. Likewise, different free trade agreements. So I think I have uploaded one free trade agreement for your evaluation as well for you to go. Right? So for that is for you better. So right now we will read about free trade agreements also. Put a topic free trade agreement. There are some agreements. Among different economies. That allow them to disregard, allow them to disregard these protectionism actions and practice free trade among the countries in the agreement. This we call free trade agreement, FTA. This we call FTA, free trade agreements. This we call FTA, free trade agreement. Another examples. Indo-Lanka free trade agreement. Then GSP plus. GSP plus. Likewise, different agreements are there. Here, agreement of South Asian Free Trade Area, Global System of Trade Preferences, GSTP, South Asian Regional Cooperation, South Asia Pacific Trade Agreement, APT. Likewise, different agreements are there. The sources also provided. You can visit and see that. Right. So this is about some aspect, negative and positive side of this international trade transaction. So then after the break, we'll move it towards exchange rates and related to it. Have a break and come. Hello. Right, what's the topic? Foreign exchange. Yeah, I'm using some previous slides. Right. So what is this foreign exchange market? What is foreign exchange market? So now so far we these all are related with international trade. Right. So far we discussed about the positive side, gains of international trade, then the negative side, the protectionism activities, then after that free trade agreements, free trade among different countries. And what is the role of this foreign exchange market? Foreign exchange market regarding to international trade. What is the role of foreign exchange market regarding to international trade? So, what is the market, Lama? So, that's about foreign exchange market. You should know about market. I think we discussed it. What is the market? Huh? What is the market? He said, markets. Yes. Market captain. എന്നത്തെ തന്നെ ധർമ്മം ചെയ്യാൻ seller and the buyer. Okay. Seller and buyer is meeting. So basically, online place where seller and buyer meet and exchange goods and services. It's a regular market. When it comes to foreign exchange market, it is a market where that is exchanging foreign currency. Currencies are exchanged, right? The market where currencies are exchanged. So comparatively to a regular market, comparing to a market for a product, it has some differences, right? This is a kind of a market that operates 24 hours a day, right? You know, these foreign exchange markets, we cannot like can go like from 8 to 5, right? Because different countries, different regions, different time limits applicable. So then foreign exchange market is a one common platform which is open for 24 hours, right? 24 hours, 365 days. So other than that, these things, currencies are bought and sold compared to the goods and service market. Goods are bought and sold, but here the currencies, different currencies, maybe BB, maybe dollars, maybe Indian rupees, maybe ruble, likewise different currencies were exchanged one to another. So this is the largest financial market in the world. So other than that, what is mean by this derived demand? In Sinhala we call the vyutpanna illu, right? So in a regular market, it has the direct demand, right? Not derived one. So compared with the regular market for a product, this foreign exchange market has a derived demand. What is mean by derived? Vyutpanna. Yes. I derived demand. Why we need currencies? Why we demand the currencies? Why we need dollars? Why we need dollars?
Purchase goods and services.
Purchase goods and services. We need dollars. What do you think? Dollars. Goods and services have the purchase coming. See in Sri Lanka. You need a dollar. That means what? To purchase goods and services. No. To purchase import. To purchase imports. Yeah, it is an import. You need to purchase it by paying dollars. So why it is derived demand? When only you need to do a import, right? When only you need to purchase goods and services from outer world, then only you need currencies. Otherwise, there is no any demand for this currency. You got my point? So what will come the product? If you have two requirements, what are the two requirements to demand the product? What are the two requirements to demand the product? Purchasing power, okay. Huh? Need. So what is demand? Can you define demand? Desirability backed by ability to purchase. You have a desire. You should have a desire, that is one requirement. You should have ability to purchase. That does not represent only the monetary value, the money that you have in your pocket, but the other concerns as well. Right? The desirability and ability to purchase a product. Then you can buy a product, you can demand a product. But when it comes to the foreign exchange market, no. If you want to buy the product, then you need exchange currency. You need foreign currency to buy a product. If you don't want to buy a product from the outer world, foreign world, you don't need any foreign currency. Therefore, that we identify as a derived demand for the not the product, demand for the currencies as an exchange derived demand. Right, write down. Write down. Ratnayaka. MBA Ratnayaka. I am doing
Administration thing.
that. Where is there?
Administration process in
Language join. Boleh nanti dia ni? Lama ini problem. Dari last week. Ada dia. Kita tak ada tu subject mereka.
administration.
Boleh nanti dia. Yeah. This is somewhat special marker. This is somewhat special marker. Where operates 24 hours, 365 days. That currencies are bought and sold. Underline that currencies are bought and sold. Since the currencies are required, when only it requires to purchase a product. When only it requires to purchase a product. Then the currencies are required. Since the currencies are required, when only it requires to purchase goods and services. It has a derived demand. It has a derived demand. It has a derived demand. Not a direct one. Not a direct one. Derived demand, not a direct. Right. Exchange rates. Can you read? What is exchange rate? That is a rate where one currency is exchanged to another currency. That is the rate where one currency is exchanged to another currency. What is the dollar rate now? Srilanka. 298. Below that 300. Now Dash A. Write down exchange rates. This is the rate pair. This is the rate pair. This is the rate pair. One currency is exchanged to another. One currency is exchanged to another. One currency is exchanged to another. Based on the foreign exchange rate fluctuation. Based on the foreign exchange rate fluctuations. One currency will be weakened, weaken, weaken or strengthen. Weaken or strengthen over another. One currency is exchanged. One currency is strengthened. One currency is weakened or strengthened over another. Now look at this board. Look at this screen. Tell me which currency is strengthening, which currency is weakening. Tell me which currency is strengthening and which currency is weak. Write down this in the book. What are the two currencies here? Huh? Euro and dollar. Yes. Tell me which currency is strengthened, which currency is weak. Previously $1 is you purchase $1, you need to pay €1. And $1 0.67 euro. $1 0.5 euro. What is strengthened? Euro. Euro has strengthened, dollar has weakened. Hey, මුලින් dollar එකක් ගන්න euro එකක් ගියා පස්සේ බාරෙන් ගන්න. That means euro strengthened and dollar weak. Looking at above example, right? Looking at above example. Looking at above example. Euro value in terms of dollar. Euro value in terms of dollar. Euro value in terms of dollar. Underline euro value in terms of dollar. Has increased. Has increased. And the dollar value in terms of euro. Dollar value in terms of euro. Has decreased. Has decreased. That means euro has strengthened. Euro has strengthened. The dollars has weakened. Make it clear? Next one. Do the same explanation for this as well. This is about foreign exchange rate pass-through. Write the same. Level make Galle the No, they are in the student association. Home. With the coordinate. Coordinate other than right. So I think this annual as well, even though you are creating studying in this institution for little time period compared to the others. Anyway, you all are school students. You also should have somewhat memories in your life as you are going to your young ages. And you should have some memories about your higher education or your university life. And you are following. That is a great opportunity for you to join or be active in this association. Be active in the sense does not mean that doing everything, taking all the burden on you. Is not that way. Contributing in a way that you can. Right? Maybe different events will be conducted. Mainly this is for these people, very young people who is going through their degrees as undergraduate during daytime, during the weekday, and also some students are weekend people. So this different activity, for example, these annual New Year celebrations and cultural events, entertainment, sport events, likewise different activities we are organizing this institution. So then, same as in government universities, we experience them to mainly networking them in the institution. Therefore, you also can contribute, right? Therefore, one or two members you can keep the contact with these coordinators. Right? I think in that coordinator group, that is shared because they are keep in touch with them and share all these relevant messages which is applicable for every student in this institution that you can contribute. I don't think that you are like you are extension students. You are not going. These events and everything is not going to apply for them. Even though you came from a different scheme, you also stay students in this institution. Therefore, you also we need your contribution as therefore cope up with others to make the networks connection and enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. This is not to come here in the weekend and listen to these things that the lecturers are telling, taking the notes and going back home. It's like a tuition class. So beyond that, I think yeah, as young people, you want more. Then there may be people that okay with this, coming for this class, maybe, but that depends on you. Then that's why I told you I'll give the open invitation to support me. Since you are having different experience, maybe compared to these little ones, so people like what you are compared to you, then you can support the different ideas and different ways that you can support, right? So that I need to highlight you. So then I think they have shared. So I am working at the student academic advisor for this education. That's why I am telling you because we need all the students, right? Those who are joining with us openly invited. Right. So how can you explain this? So can you put the relative there? You know, they come in there and then make it enough. Can you put the dollar nothing relative? Dollar එකක් ගන්න මුලින් ඉරෝ භාගය කරනකොට ඊට පස්සේ ඉරෝ 0.6 කියන්න එකක්. That means dollar has strength, euro has weakness. That you can understand. Okay, then let's look at how these foreign exchange rates were decided. right? How these foreign exchange rates were decided. It is same as like right now. Before that, tell me how the price of a product is decided in the market. Or that we call price mechanism. That is more applicable into particular free market. The price of a product will be decided on demand and supply for that particular. Same as in the foreign exchange market. In the foreign exchange market, also the exchange rates will be decided based on what? Demand and supply for the foreign currency. Right? Demand and supply for the foreign currency. So let's assume this is the dollar demand for dollar, right? So in different prices, let's say this is a rupee value. Right? This is the rupee value, this is the quantity. Right? So I'm trying to explain you this demand regarding to foreign exchange and supply regarding to foreign exchange. So we are discussing about dollars. Right? We are discussing about dollars. So in different prices, at different rates, people demand different values, different amounts. For example, if the price is 50 rupees, then this much of quantity will be demand. So this much of quantity will be demand. Likewise, different prices, rates are there, different quantities are there that people is demanding that, right? Higher the exchange rate, lesser the number of units. Number of units means what? Value of the currencies, right? Dollar currency, right? So then supply also in same way, right? This is dollar supply. So the suppliers, right, providing different dollar values, right, dollar amounts in different prices, right? So this is the equilibrium where this this particular amount of quantity of dollars will be supplied by the supplier, and the same quantity will be demanded by the people who demanded in the market. Right? So the foreign exchange rate will be decided based on the demand for currency and demand supply for the currency. Can you draw this? This we call foreign exchange rate. Then you can see by shifting down and up, right? By shifting up and down, you can decide whether the foreign exchange rate is going to be increased. Right? So for example, recently in Sri Lanka, what has happened? Recently, let's say 2 years back, the foreign dollar rate, considering the dollar rate, it is somewhere around 300, close to 350, 60 past, right? Somewhere around close to 400, right? Somewhere around close to 400. So, what do you think the reason? Can you explain that scenario by referring to this graph? At that particular time, I year 2024, 23, 23 time period, mainly 23 time periods, whether the demand or supply is less. Because the supply of demand, supply of dollars have reduced. Reduced supply. Labena Pramane comparative compared to the demand that is less. Therefore, supply reduced. How can we show it here? Dollar supply කඩුනේ කොහොමද? දකුණට දෙතෙන් ගන්න වමට. Supply කඩුනේ in this. Right. So the what has happened for when the supply decrease, the foreign exchange rate has it. So in that way, by flipping this demand and supply, you can decide whether the foreign exchange rate, the dollar rate has increased or decreased. Right. The final part, that is foreign exchange market. So there are two main concepts. The exchange rates in long run. එතන යටි ලියා ගන්න. description එකක් ලියවෙන්නේ නැහැ නේද? graph එකට යටි ලියන්න. The exchange rate of a currency, the exchange rate of a currency will be decided on demand and supply for foreign currency. Demand and supply for foreign currencies as depicted above. For example, in the above situation, for example, in the above situation, for example, to the above situation, like this one. Yeah. Right. The exchange rate of a currency will be decided on demand and supply for the foreign currency as depicted. The depict DEBICTED depicted. For example, during the year 2023, during the year 2023, during the year 2023, the supply of dollar has decreased due to different reasons. Due to different reasons. Main හේතුව මොකක්ද උනේ? different reason for the main so the central bank or the governing body, monetary policy holder of the economy is maintaining some amount of foreign reserves, right? Foreign reserves. So by that time, what has happened with this COVID pandemic and all these other impact, political changes, political differences, policies, what has happened? These foreign reserves have been increased to zero. Next, foreign reserves include right? So that means there is no supply of the foreign currency to the economy. The foreign currency economy is dollar economy is done. People who are producing the product or the sellers are the suppliers. But when it comes to these foreign currencies, for example, dollars, there are no sellers. Dollar sellers are not there. Dollar economy is that is illegal. So this is about what? This is about how we earn dollars and how the treasury issue dollars to people. Right? That is the supply. Right? That is the if the reserves are zero, then how can dollar can be supplied to them? Right? Dollars are not. Right? Not common dollar game so the trade pattern. Right? That also one aspect of suppliers of the dollars. People who have personal reserves of dollars. Reserves of those are also becoming suppliers. So then that supply reduced, right? So then the foreign exchange of trades will go on. That's right. So now petrol to power into. Then final one, exchange rates in long run. Regarding the exchange rate in long run, there are two concepts: law of one price and purchasing power parity. Right? Purchasing power parity and law of one price. Can you guess this? What does it mean by law of one price? Identical items should sell for the same price, right? Among two countries. If assume if it is a laptop or else, let's say it's a book, right? It's a book. So the price of a book in Sri Lanka and the price of the same book in another country should be equal. So that means law of one price. How can we test that? By looking at the purchasing power parity, right? Purchasing power parity. So regarding to purchasing power parity, you can read 1 unit of domestic currency will buy the same basket of goods anywhere in the world. So purchasing power parity implies that the real exchange rate will always be 1. For example, let's say the exchange rate is 100 rupees, right? Exchange rate is 100 rupees. Right, $1 is right. $1 is 100 rupees. Exchange rate is $100. What this law of one price is, assume that identical product. Identical product. For example, let's say a book in Sri Lanka is 100 rupees. The same book in USA, right? The same book in USA. When you assume that you visited USA, then you are going to purchase that book. දැන් රුපියල් ගෙවලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. ගෙවලා ගන්න. If you can purchase the same book for $1, if you can purchase the same book for $1 in USA, so there this law of one price is applicable. Can you understand? දැන් අපේ රටේ නම් රටේ ඩොලර් එකක් රුපියල් 100යි. හරි? එතකොට අපේ රටේ පොතක් ගන්න රුපියල් අපි ගෙවන්නේ රුපියල් වලින් ගෙවන්නේ රුපියල් 100යි. එතකොට හිතන්න අපි ඩොලර් වලින් ගෙවුවා කියලා අපේ රටේ. නිකන් හිතන්න. අපි ඩොලර් වලින් මේ පොත ගත්තොත් exchange rate එක රුපියල් 100යි. ඒක ඩොලර් එකක් තමයි. හැබැයි මේ value එක if you go to that foreign country USA, you can purchase it for $1. You can purchase it for $1. That means this law of one price. Purchasing power parity is 1. Right? Real exchange rate is 1. Right? So then what is really happening? What is really happening? What is really happening? The USA की मोड़ा दे रहा है। तब वो ये करते हैं ये पता है ना ये USA डॉलर एक का वैल्यू ना डॉलर एक का why the reason the rupee is being over rupee डॉलर एक का वैल्यू पावे right. So that there are two concepts, law of one price and purchasing power parity. So I know you can't understand this just referring to this example, right? I will give you an example question, right? Example question that will be the activity for the last day. Before that, you write down this two concepts. අපි දාපු topic එක මොකක්ද? Exchange rates in long run, right? And that is there are two rules applicable. There are two rules applicable. There are two rules applicable. Regarding to this, right? One is law of one price. The other one is purchasing power parity. The other one is purchasing power parity. लिया करने का होता है नहीं law of one rule लेकर लिया करना identical item should sell for the same price. Identical item should sell for one price. Identical item should sell for one price. Barang ini underline करना identical item है मैं पोता को ये पोता को मैं आपको लगता है मैं पोता में identical item. Other one purchasing power parity. BPP. මොකද BPS කියන්නේ? ඒක BPP. BPS. Production PPA. Dan BPC eh. Purchasing power parity කියලා. If the purchasing power parity is there, if the purchasing power parity is there, if the purchasing power parity is there, real exchange rate is 1. Real exchange rate is 1. If the purchasing power parity is there, then PPP is there, BBPP is there. Real exchange rate is 1. Real exchange rate is 1. Then we are getting real exchange rate equals කියලා. Real exchange rate equals කියලා මෙන්න මේක ලියන්න. Dollar price of domestic goods divided by dollar price of foreign goods. Then මෙන්න මේ example එක. So, even yes, online participants now you can see, right? And here.
Okay.
Yes,
Now-
sir, we can.
Okay. Sorry about that. I shared my laptop, I think, because I have to log in from my device to share it. Right? No issue. So I have given you to understand this matter, right? I have given you a example question from past paper, right? So that question will be shared. You have a group, right? In your group, right? In your group. So there we are considering, right? There we are considering. So if I read out this, price of a food cycle in Sri Lanka is 120 rupees. The price of the same cycle exported to UK. Now you can see that rule is applicable. Identical product. Exported to UK is GBP 212. ඒ කියන්නේ ලංකාවේ තියෙන බයික් එක ඒක 120,000 එකයි 20යි ඒක GBP. නැත්නම් ඒ රටට යවුවාට පස්සේ ඒ රටේ කියනවා කීයද? GBP 200 ඒ බයික් එකම වෙනත් රටක බංග්ලාදේශයෙන් කියනවා කීයකද? 48,000 taka. Now you have to comment on law of one price and the purchasing power parity. Right. Regarding to, let's take about this GBP situation, UK situation. How you can calculate dollar price of domestic price divided by dollar price of foreign goods. Now it's not dollar, it is GBP. It is GBP price of domestic. Now in Sri Lanka, that bicycle is 120,000. So that means you have to convert it to GBP. Divide by 370.5. What is the value? 323.8. Now you got the value. Dollar price of domestic. Or the GBP price of domestic good. Lanka bike එක dollar assume කරනවා අපි ලංකාවේ bike එක GBP ගෙවලා ගන්නවා. එහෙනම් කීයද යන්නේ? 323.8. You have to pay 323.8 GBP. But when it is purchased in UK, that will be how much? 212. Law of one price is there or not? Law of one price is there or not? Law of one price is there or not? No. Right? No. The value, real exchange rate is what? Value is real. Real exchange rate value? Here. 1.5. 52. 1.5. එහෙනම් purchasing power parity තියෙනවද මෙතන? Purchasing power parity there or not? To have the purchasing power parity, real exchange rate should be 1. Here it is 1.52. There is no purchasing power parity between UK and Sri Lanka. 120. The other way around. Regarding to Bangladesh. Bangladesh. Now consider in Bangladesh, let's say we are going to purchase, I refer to same thing. Now it is not GBP, it is Taka. Taka price of domestic good divided by Taka price of foreign goods. Sorry. Taka price of domestic good here, 120,000 divided by here the Taka exchange rate. 2.5. 2.5. අපි example එකක් විදිහට අපි assume කරමු. ලංකාවේ බයික් එකක් අපි ටකා දීලා මිලදී ගන්නවා කියලා. කීයක්ද ගෙවන්නේ? How much will you pay? 48,000. 48,000 මොනවද? 48,000 ටකා. හරි. ඒක බංග්ලාදේශ මිලදී ගත්තොත් කියන්නේ. ඒක අපි යනවා බංග්ලාදේශ. ගිහින් මේ බයික් එකේ මිලදී ගන්නවා. බංග්ලාදේශ කියනද කියලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. That is the Taka price of foreign. ඒ රටේ ගන්න කීයද? 48,000. The real exchange rate is how much? 1. Can you see? Law of one price is applicable to Bangladesh. Right? Law of one price is applicable to Bangladesh because real exchange rate is 1. That means purchasing power parity also existing between two countries, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. But compared to other country, UK, that is protected. Clear? That is what the purchasing power parity. Okay. That is all about. Sorry, I took some extra time. Anyway, that is all about international trade. Hope you got an understanding. And also both parties, I repeat, there is one lesson, balance of payment. So that is theory-based lesson. So I will be uploading that lecture materials to your email. You can go through it, right? So you can go through that. That is about component of balance of payment account, service account, credit account, like that. You can. It is for your self-learning. Right, it is for yourself. Learn. Right, with that, I will be winding up the session and winding up the course unit for business economics. So as I told you, I will be preparing one question. One question I think of that. I don't know whether how many questions allocation, but there will be question from myself. So therefore, refer my note and the exercise that I have done, and the two lecture materials I will be uploading. One is uploaded already, UOP and I will be uploading. More focus on this international trade. Right? So, okay, thank you for your practice.